EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Leonard Fournette, the ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets into the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Minshew. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jaguar first down as Minshew finds Westbrook.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good... And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew, a pass underneath for Fournette. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Flushed. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, Jones. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Let's get off the field, Let's get
Now a give right side. It's Reeves. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Not much there, only a yard.
Quarterback, his pass, complete to number 87. 1-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 9. At the
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Into the first quarter with the score Jaguars 3, Colts 0.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete.
Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go.
From the 25 on second down, Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And 1.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's good.
Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Fournette a first down carry, but he'll get only a couple before defenders are there to meet him.
Down at the 39.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 39, Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On play action, it's Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 47-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun is Minshew. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On second down, here's Fournette. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Let's go.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for. And it's second down. To throw again, Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of
one of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jones. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 21.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards to pick up there. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
28-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And a Colts first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jones. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taken about 7 yards. The half will begin with a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And a short gain down to about the 33. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball at the 33, second and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, Colts.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Throwing on second and 8. Jones. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Score Colts 21, Jaguars 6.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A pass there complete to Westbrook. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Recovered.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Jones on the
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jones. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what, again, symptomatic?
Yes.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe he starts a new streak.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the third at MetLife Stadium. The Browns, they've scored again, extending their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
But it's
so much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, let's go. 53, check 53. Check, let's go.
Minshew sets to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, and it's third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
36-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And it's third down.
The Colts on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory with which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he completes it to Westbrook. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Go, go!
On third down, Fournette. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Fournette running out of the gun. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at third and a few inches. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. The 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That right. Right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Burke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Today's final score, Colts 34, Jaguars 6.